In this video, we'll be discussing the top private high schools in the DC suburb of Montgomery County, Maryland. So if that's the information that you're looking for, then you've come to the right place. Hi, I'm Cedric Stewart, your local DC area realtor. On this channel, all we talk about is what it's like to eat, sleep, live, play, basically everything you need to know about the DC suburb of Montgomery County, Maryland, including all the major areas like Bethesda, Silver Spring, Rockville, Gaithersburg, and more. If that's the information you want, make sure you hit that subscribe button and click the little bell. People moving and relocating here to the DC area are literally contacting us every day, and we absolutely love it. So if you're considering moving in or around the DC area soon, don't be shy. Reach out to me so I can assist you in finding your next home. The easiest way to reach out is by hitting the link in the description. This will help you complete our quick 2-minute ideal home survey. After that, we'll set up a time to chat. Now, before we get into the list, there are just a couple things I want to cover. First, you should know as a licensed realtor in DC, Maryland, and Virginia, I don't personally rank or rate private schools or public schools. However, in this video, I will provide highly detailed information about these high schools and reference their respective rankings according to various school ranking information sites. All right. Second, all the schools on our list are co-ed and offer a high school curriculum. So that means that they start off at about kindergarten or pre-K and they go all the way up to the 12th grade. Now, lastly, as you compare the schools on this list, you should know that elsewhere in the area, keep in mind the average private school tuition in the state of Maryland is about $16,328 for high schools. Remember that. Now, with that said, let's dive into the list. Number 4 on our list of the top private high schools in Montgomery County is Washington Waldorf School. Now, located on Sangamore Road in Bethesda, Maryland, this is just like a mile from the DC border. Washington Waldorf School is on a 6-acre campus and it's in walking distance to the Potomac River. It was founded back in 1969 in DC as a grade school. Then it moved to its current site in Bethesda in 1982 and opened the high school 2 years later in 1984. Now, one distinct note about Washington Waldorf is their approach to grading. They don't grade to the test. So that means students don't start receiving letter grades until grade 6. And even though they don't administer any standardized tests except with the exception of the PSAT for 10th grade students that they're required to take, they do recognize them and they help to prepare high school students for the SAT and other tests. And they state that the average SAT scores for Washington Waldorf students are above the average of other Montgomery County public school counterparts. So Washington Waldorf High School has a population of 287 students, all of whom enjoy a casual dress code. Average class size is 17 students, and the student-to-teacher ratio is 7:1. As a private school, the tuition for the high school students is $33,970. I know that's no small sum by any means, but don't let that deter you from looking at this institution, because if you're considering a private high school in Montgomery County, you should know that 36% of these students are receiving financial aid of some sort this school year, and the average grant size is over $13,000. Now, to underscore that point even further, and in the interest of full disclosure, Washington Waldorf states that 20% of their annual operating budget is devoted to financial aid. They even have a grant program. It's called the Susan Anderson Nash Grant, and it's a need-based high school grant available for any high school student whose family applies for financial aid and qualifies for assistance above the regular 50% cap, and that need will be met in combination with the financial aid and the grant. I think that's cool. Now, generally speaking, programs and grants are meant to be utilized, right? So take advantage of it. Apply for them, These are opportunities. Now, if you're wondering what the housing market is like near Washington Waldorf School, I can tell you right now. At the time of this recording, you can get a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom condo for as little as $340,000. Now, remember, the condo fee isn't a part of the standard principal, interest, taxes, and insurance equation. And if a condo doesn't quite suit your lifestyle requirements, then things will get a little different. While there may be a few homes for sale under $950,000, the range pretty much starts from there and goes up to about $2.4 million for detached homes. Number 3 on the list of the top private high schools in Montgomery County is the Bullis School. It's located on Falls Road in Potomac, Maryland. It was founded in 1930 by Captain William F. Bullis, a 1924 graduate of the Naval Academy and a prep school teacher, along with his lovely bride, Louis Hoover Bullis. She's also a school teacher, and their aim was to prepare young men for the Service Academy entrance exams. Now, despite that being the Great Depression era, Bullis still opened in the former Bolivian embassy at 1303 New Hampshire Avenue in D.C. on September 13, 1931. And it was originally a one-year preparatory boarding school for high school graduates. But then in 1935, Bullis relocated to Silver Spring, Maryland, in Montgomery County to accommodate the steady demand for enrollment. Then, in 1971, the school officially relocated to its current site in Potomac, Maryland, and they took over what was formerly farmland, like an 80-acre campus. And Bullis is the biggest school on our list with a population of over 800 students whom all enjoy the pleasures associated with wearing a private school uniform. The average class size is 15 students and student-teacher ratio is 7-to-1. As a private school, the tuition for high school students is $48,170. Spoiler alert, that is the most expensive school on our list by nearly $14,000. Be that as it may, should be noted that 38% of these students, or 270 of them to be exact, receive some type of financial aid. And the aid grants are awarded yearly, and the average grant size is about $22,000. Now, let's talk about the housing market near Bullis. At the time of this recording, you can still find a 2-bedroom, 2-bath condo for about $350. And if a condo isn't spacious enough for you, well, there's this little pocket of small townhomes available for around $400,000. But outside of that, your options for detached homes start at $650 and climb all the way up to $15 million. Yeah, $15 million. I mean, this is Potomac, Maryland, people. I don't know what else to say. Now let's pause for just a moment. If you've made it this far in the video, go to the comments section and tell us one thing you've learned so far. Honestly, I would love to hear your thoughts about this topic because we spent days putting all this information together to share it with you. We always do. So as you continue to watch this video and all of our other videos, you'll see that this channel is here to provide you with valuable information. You know, as an agent born and raised in DC, I use my intimate knowledge as a local to help people relocate to the DC area. And since you've made it this far, I think it's safe to assume one of two things. One, you're thinking about moving somewhere in the DC area, or two, you're a competing agent here to take notes. Hey, I created this channel to answer as many questions as possible about the DC suburb of Montgomery County, Maryland. So if you're thinking about considering moving in or around the DC area, don't be shy. Reach out to me so I can assist you in finding your next home. The easiest way to reach out is through the link in the description to complete your ideal home questionnaire. It only takes 2 minutes. After you complete the survey, we'll set up a virtual meeting and you can ask me anything you want about the DC area. That's super easy, right? Yes. Now, let's get back to the video. Now, number 2 on the list of the top private high schools in Montgomery County is Echelon Academy. Echelon is located in Burtonsville on Blackburn Lane, and it was founded in 2009 by Kelly Mazzeo. She is a highly accomplished educator, and she's been in the field for over 30 years. Ms. Mazzeo was previously recognized as the Outstanding Woman of America, and she was the recipient of the International Athena Award a few years ago, and she currently serves as the school's director. Now, Echelon Academy was started to provide a private quality education to elementary, middle, and high school students in grades K through 12 who want to succeed in a small, untraditional school setting that caters to learning to each individual student. And they offer an international student program. Check this out. It's similar to the curriculum for the U.S. high school students in that they can choose a focus in business and finance, law, medicine, STEM, global studies, art, and Echelon has a partnership with select international schools to bring these students in. Now, the international students that gain acceptance into the program will choose an academic pathway and progress through the necessary United States middle and high school courses to complete said pathway. After all of that, students receive course credit. Well, during that process, students receive course credit towards a U.S. Department of Education high school diploma, right? Additionally, students will work with the college advisor for one-on-one instruction and guidance towards gaining admission to a college or university of their choice, where they're going to flourish and be a success. Now, these same students, I mean, this is a great program. These students will complete a program that's called a capstone project. So all seniors are required to complete a capstone project, and they're guided by a mentor. And it's meant to showcase their excellent understanding of their chosen career pathway and a foreign language. Yeah, good stuff. Now, if you are interested in a truly individualized learning environment, Echelon is where you should look. This private school has a population of 24 full-time students. I said that too fast, didn't I? 24 full-time students. Now, when I say full-time, I'm referring to students that attend class in person on the campus, okay? Because Echelon is individualized, they offer flexible learning options. And these include full-time learning on the campus, virtual learning off the campus, and then there's a hybrid option for students that may want to come into the class maybe 2 or 3 days a week. So this results in a student-teacher ratio of 1-to-1, 1-to-2, maybe 1-to-3 at most. That is unheard of. Now, as a private school, the tuition is $25,200, but that's for all grade levels. Another spoiler alert, that is the least expensive school on our list by a margin of nearly $10,000. Even though they have the lowest tuition on the list, I think we can admit $25,000 is nothing to sneeze at. Fortunately, Echelon Academy firmly believes that money should not be a barrier to a great education, which is why they do an extensive amount of fundraising yearly to be able to provide that financial aid. They state that their aid comes basically directly from the school's operating budget, which we've heard before, and they feel it demonstrates their commitment to a socioeconomically diverse school community. Now, even though I've referred to this as financial aid, it's essentially a grant because the aid doesn't need to be repaid. Incredible. Now let's talk about the housing market near Echelon Academy. At the time of this recording, you can still find a 2-bedroom condo for as little as $185,000. But Cedric, I don't think all my stuff can fit in the condo. Okay, that's cool. They have townhouses for as little as $288,000. Outside of that, your options for detached homes start at about $350,000, and they go all the way up to $1.3 million. Now let's just take a moment. I want to reiterate that I said you can buy a 2-bedroom condo in one of the richest counties in America for less than $200,000. In Burtonsville, to be specific. You know, Burtonsville almost made our list of the top 5 most affordable places to live near DC. But even though it's not on the list, you should check out that video. It's on our channel. If you watch it, you'll find out where you can get the most bang for your buck. Now, number 1 on our list of the top private high schools in Montgomery County is the Oneness Family School. So this is located on Connecticut Avenue in Kensington, Maryland. And the Oneness Family School was founded in 1988 by Andrew Cutt. The school's mission is to ignite a spark in a new generation of courageous and capable leaders through a student-centered community of diversity, academic excellence, and innovation. As of this fall of 2020, Oneness Family School had students enrolled in all 4 grades of high school and was recently voted the best Montessori school in DC, even though it's clearly in Montgomery County, Maryland. Oneness Family School has a population of over 146 students, and they all abide by a casual dress code. Average class size is 17 students. Student-teacher ratio is 6-to-1. As a private school, the tuition for the high school students is $35,500. That's the second lowest tuition on our list. And I think we can both agree that $35,000 is a sum not easily overlooked, but you'll be glad to know that 20 to 24% of the students receive some type of financial aid. Oneness Family School offers tuition assistance based on financial need to current and incoming families. And they utilize what's called the FAST program because Well, they want to ensure that the process for establishing the financial need adheres to the national standards, best practices, and also FAST is more flexible in terms of the information that it will accommodate. So it allows families to, represent their own particular circumstances more accurately. In addition to financial aid, though, they offer scholarships, multiple scholarships. So there's the Helen Cutt Scholarship of $10,000, which honors the late mother of the Oneness Family School founder, Andrew Cutt. And, Helen was a supporter and an inspiration to the Oneness Family School, basically from its founding. Then there's the Maria Montessori Scholarship of $15,000, which is named for the late Italian physician and educator who the Oneness Family School philosophy and education principles were founded on. It's been a great inspiration to the school. Now, with all that said, sounds good to you, then you would probably like to know what the market is like if you want to live near the Oneness Family School. And at the time of this recording, you can buy a 2-bedroom, 2-bath condo for the low price of $325,000. Of course, don't forget to pay close attention to those condo fees. Now, with that said, you need 3 bedrooms, 4, 5, 8 bedrooms? Oh, okay. All right, I got you. You can find the occasional cute little detached home for sale for around $495,000, and from there the prices climb up all the way to about $4.75 million. If you want it, they've got it. Now, you may have noticed we only cited 4 high schools, and that's because there wasn't a 5th school that was unanimously regarded as a top-rated pick within the county. I mean, several schools score well in some areas, but they were lacking in others. So there you have it, the top 4 private high schools in Montgomery County, Maryland. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video and learn all about the area. Please feel free to share this video with someone looking for more information on local private schools. Also, be sure to like the video and subscribe to our channel. Lastly, if you're thinking about moving to Montgomery County, Maryland, or the DC area in general and have any questions, make sure you reach out because we'd love to hear from you. All you got to do is hit the link in the description to complete our easy 2-minute ideal home questionnaire. After that, we'll set up a time to chat and you can ask me anything you want about the DC area. Until then, be safe and take care.